On Tuesday night, an old colonial house on Commerce Street was engulfed in flames. By morning, firefighters were still battling the lingering embers among the ashes. The building was completely destroyed. Lisa Cheng, who lives nearby, is a relative of the property owner.
I closed my business, Impact Dangriga, at 5:30 p.m. and I noticed that across the street, right here where the big structure would have been, there was smoke coming out from the second floor, and I decided to approach my neighbor who has a little food stall in front, and I told her about it. This was about 5:30. We called fire department 5:35 to let them know there's smoke emitting from the building, to have them come and check out. They said they will come and check out. By 6 o'clock, we know the entire building was engulfed in flame.
The structure had been abandoned for years. The owners had been working to dismantle the building because it was known to harbor suspicious characters. When the fire started, residents saw two young men running away from the property. This has led many to suspect that the fire was no accident, but a deliberate act of arson.
That's our suspicion, but like I said, we'll leave it up to the authorities, you know. So, I mean, like, there was nothing in the building. There was absolutely nothing in the building. We don't see the reason why they would want to burn it down, you know. We were trying to take it down. Whatever good piece of lumber, zinc, whatever it was, we give it out to the community that they can reuse.
Initially, there were reports that someone had died in the blaze. However, News 5 has confirmed that these reports are false. The person thought to be dead is actually a woman who lives across from the colonial house with her two children. They discovered their front porch on fire before the first blaze got out of control. The woman suspects that the same individuals who set the colonial house on fire came back to target her home while she and her children were inside. She shared her story with us off camera.
I saw them leave, and then I went back in my house because the house is an abandoned building, right? And it's not unusual for me to see people come and leave. I mean, you know, for whatever activity that's done there. So I ignored it, all the signs, and I went back in my house and to lie down because, you know, I just clocked out from work. 2 minutes after I smelled, you know, the smoke, and then I came out, my house was actually on fire.
Rayburn sprang into action and secured her children, a plastic bag with a couple clothing items, and a television before fleeing the house. Fortunately, fire personnel were able to quell the fire before it destroyed the entire structure with everything inside. The blaze from the colonial house, however, caused some damage to the roof siding of a third home.
My two daughters, you know, was still traumatized from the ordeal, and I'm just happy that we got out safe, you know.
Initial reports suggest that someone had passed away. Was the assumption that that was you?
Yeah, they assume it was me and my kids, you know, because while I was in the crowd, with, you know, everybody was, you know, traumatized and shocked because they thought it was me and my kids. And while being in the crowd, you know, a guy came up to me and said, "Miss, I heard you were in the fire, you know, am I seeing a ghost?" And I was like, "No, it's me, it's, you know, I wasn't in the fire." But it's still traumatizing, you know, for me and my kids, because now we're back here, and after, you know, all the effects, and my daughter is still traumatized, you know, to even be in the house.
News 5 has confirmed that surveillance footage of the two suspects has been handed over to investigators. Lisa Cheng described the blaze as the biggest fire Dangriga has ever witnessed.
It was one of the biggest fires I can say Dangriga have ever witnessed. You know, this building took up 4 lands. You know, it's almost half a block here, and we're grateful for the fire department. They reach, like I said, it's an old building. The wood is really broken down. It's dry, so it's gonna light up fast. And their fast response, you know, and along with BEL, I'm grateful for them for disconnecting the electricity because the wires were starting to spark. And we're also grateful that a fire hydrant is like right next door, you know. So the 2 fire trucks came and attacked it. And lucky thing there wasn't any breeze last night, because it would have been a lot worse.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.